Alright guys, so Dolphins won. I'm recording this video a few days late, but oh well. Better late than never. Dolphins got the win. We beat the Giants easily, so sorry Jaden. We had to do what we had to do. Um yeah, it was a pretty easy win. I feel like we could have done better. Um we turned the ball over what? 3 times. We threw 2 interceptions and fumbled once, but we still won by 15, so it's not bad. Our offense was way better. I feel like I said, they could have done better. We could have scored more. Defense was actually pretty good. The Giants don't have a good offense. Daniel Jones didn't do anything. I guess Darren Waller was their best target. Of course, when I bench him too. Of course, they didn't have Saquon, but I don't think it would have mattered anyway. They just really had no one else on offense. Their offensive line is terrible, and their defense, did okay. They had that pick six before halftime, and then had another interception, which led to a field goal. So our defense really only gave up 6 points. And then there was the Achane fumble, which he redeemed himself with the 70-yard touchdown. He was amazing. Tyreek Hill had a great game. Waddle finally scored a touchdown. And yeah, I'd say our best defensive player was Zach Sealer. He had a couple sacks. Van Ginkel had a sack. And yeah, eventually Daniel Jones actually got hurt, so they had to put Tyrod Taylor in the game, and it seemed like he did better. So Achane actually got hurt too. I don't know when he got hurt, so he'll be out for the next few weeks or so that sucks. But we still have Raheem Mostert, who's not bad. Jeff Wilson, I think, is coming back too. And we still have Ahmed, who's also hurt, so Achane was definitely Rookie of the Year, in my opinion. I don't think it's going to happen now, so that sucks. Anyways, yeah, our next game is against the winless Panthers. I expect us to hopefully do better. Honestly, I think we should destroy them and take care of business. We need to get that momentum, because after that we got sort of a tough stretch. This happened before where we beat these teams we should beat, and then we start to lose against real teams. We haven't actually beaten a real team yet this year, so I'm not too satisfied with them just yet. So yeah. Anyway, the Miami Hurricanes. What the hell? I have to talk about this. So they played Georgia Tech this week, and they just completely threw the game away. I've seen so many Hurricanes losses that are just really bad. This has got to be the worst loss I've ever seen. They decided not to take a knee. Instead they ran the ball, and I was doing the math, and I was literally saying, why not take a knee? And he fumbled. It shouldn't have never been a fumble, but it don't matter. Still shouldn't run the ball. And then somehow Georgia Tech scores a touchdown within 20 seconds because our defender sucked. He got cooked. I still can't believe they didn't take a knee. Their head coach, Mario Cristobal, is an idiot. This is the worst loss I've seen as a Hurricanes fan. Even if we start winning games, this loss is going to bite no matter what. It's going to hurt no matter what happens. It's going to haunt us. So, and it's going to be really hard to bounce back from this. We played North Carolina on the road, Clemson at home. Seems impossible to win. We didn't play well against Georgia Tech anyway. Freaking Van Dyke threw 3 interceptions. And, we let Georgia Tech win the game. They're not a good football team. We should never wear those uniforms. Those uniforms are great, but those uniforms are cursed. We should never wear those. So, yeah. Anyways, what else happened? The Marlins are eliminated. They didn't do anything against the Phillies. They scored a couple runs the whole series, but we just couldn't get going. The Phillies are just too good. Inter Miami got eliminated from the postseason, even with Messi coming back the other day. So it was really not a good week for my sports teams, but Sunday kind of changed a little bit. Surprisingly, Chelsea was my only team that did well. They won a couple of easy games. My picks did okay, average for both college and NFL. Won both my fantasy leagues this week, so I'm doing well. I did NHL and NBA fantasy because NHL is starting later this week. The Florida Panthers trying to get back to the Stanley Cup final, so preseason starting for the NBA. My pick for the World Series, I think it was the Braves beating the Rays. The Rays lost. They had no fans, and right now I feel like it's going to be the Braves versus Rangers. Well, I don't know about that. The Braves are looking like they might lose to the Phillies. The only series that got right was the Twins beating the Blue Jays, and looks like they might lose to the Astros. And then the Diamondbacks beat the Brewers. Now I feel like they're going to beat the Diamondbacks. I picked them to win that series, or I picked them Diamondbacks to lose to the Brewers, but once the D-backs won, I was like, yeah, they're beating the Dodgers. And then I think those are all the series. I think the Rangers are moving on. So what else? So yeah, I think that's it. I think my next video will probably be maybe Saturday night, probably Sunday after the game. I don't have confidence against North Carolina. Like I said, they need. Honestly, I'd rather lose some games just to I want to pile on some losses. I don't want that Georgia Tech loss to be the only loss. It still hurts. Like, sure, we might have got cheated that day, but still, we didn't deserve. We ran the ball. Apparently, Cristobal did the same thing for Oregon a few years ago. So, I don't know. I guess at least after that, Oregon was still a good football team. But it took it took a while for them to get going. So. I don't know how we're even still ranked. We're number 25. It's unbelievable. And then the Dolphins, like I said, they should win. They should dominate. They're first in the division because the Bills lost to the Jags in London. So I don't know how we didn't beat the Bills. They play the Giants next. They should beat them easily. The Chiefs won, so they're the only two 4-1 teams. Us and the Chiefs are the only 4-1 teams. The Ravens lost, I believe, so they're 3-2. I don't know how the Steelers are 3-2. The Colts are 3-2. The Jets won, but that's because they beat the Broncos. The Patriots suck now. They can't even score. I don't really care much about the NFC. It seems like teams like the 49ers and Eagles are the best teams. I still think we're top 5. So. Anyway, I think that's it. See you on my next reaction. Hopefully I didn't forget anything else. Sorry if I'm doing this video late. And, yeah. Fins up.